So welcome everybody out on YouTube. Glad to have you here this afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
It's a nice, calm, cool day here in Southern California, that's for sure. Not as hot as it's been the last couple days for me. Welcome everybody out on YouTube. Glad to have you.
If you got the volume on there, echo.
There we go. Quick mute of the mic and then back.
Yeah, no worries.
So, did you end up watching, who was it? Dan, what? Peter posted it.
What did I post?
Dan Blaine, did you watch that?
Oh, yeah, I had it on in the background, but I have to admit I didn't really watch it.
So
he
got,
just went up on a balloon and then let go. I mean, I don't quite understand.
yeah. So he went up to, it was well over 20,000 feet.
24,700 according to this.
Yep.
Yeah,
24,700. So it was negative. The temperature too was pretty cold.
Yeah, it would be.
I was impressed though. Yes. I was impressed with his landing because he did not land where he was supposed to land. Right? And okay. When he landed, literally ended up having to run down a dirt hill with desert bushes all around him, and he stayed up. Didn't fall, didn't roll, nothing. Stayed up on his feet the whole way. So,
okay,
that's impressive.
Watching him drop it.
Oh, are you watching it now?
David Blaine Ascension. Yeah, I just watched him untether. It's going to take them a while to get to the ground, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. But that's you may think it's, oh hey, I go up there and it's all easy, but once you get into that hypoxia feeling,
yeah,
you can really lose your mind while you're up there. The lack of oxygen does not do good things for your brain and your ability to compute.
No.
Yeah, so Andrea, I have done the altitude chamber, and I've even had so when you go through some of the training, they'll actually restrict your oxygen level as well and put you into a feeling of hypoxia so that you can realize that it's coming on so that you can react to it in case something goes on when you're up in the aircraft.
Wow. Like a hyperbaric chamber type thing. Oh my goodness, look at Tesla dump here. Tesla's selling off. Taking a short in Microsoft, see if we can get a momentum dump here. Can't let my fans down.
Oh yeah, good short. A little bit of a higher top though on it, but oh wait, I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. Sorry.
I didn't get in. I didn't get in as early as I wanted, so I may get stopped out here pretty quickly.
I got the.
Yep, I'm out. So I didn't get anything on that. I just got out of break even because I know Microsoft can jump. I was hoping to get below that moving average. Instead, it hit the moving average and bounced right off of it pretty fast. So.
Yeah, okay. I gotta watch myself too, Andrea. It's funny. You look funny in it. Put it that way.
Wow, everything's bouncing. Okay, I did get in too
SPY's
late.
at all-time highs. It wants to go higher. I just
Crazy, man.
increasing.
Magic 8 Ball, we have another skill testing question for you, Magic 8 Ball. Oh no, see that's too close now. Can I ask you, Magic 8 Ball, will the SPY get over 358.50? How about that? 358.50 in the next 25 minutes before the market closes. Will the SPY index hit a price of $358.50 next 25 minutes before the market closes? Magic 8 Ball says you may rely on it.
Oh,
You may
interesting.
rely on it. Okay. Magic 8 Ball believes that the market is going to go higher.
Gonna keep on going.
The only time the Magic 8 Ball's ever struggled with is these end of day calls. It's usually done well on all the others, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. There's a pretty heavy sell-off in the morning. Or
Yeah, it was actually very heavy. I thought we were heading for a really sort of bad day, especially when if you're watching a couple of the things like Apple and that. But then like Apple just sold off from the open, and it was looking desperately bad. But I went for a bounce at the previous day, and I got a little bit of a bounce. I got a partial, and then I got out. And thank goodness I got out because it dropped
yeah,
another $8 from there. And then, and then I mean it's held the line here at 130, but I thought for sure it was going to be a rout of a day, but obviously not.
yeah.
This market.
Ending at all-time highs again. Like here, everybody take your profits. All right, pay some taxes on it. Now reinvest that money somewhere.
Exactly. And let's go again. Got your breath? All right, off we go again.
Yeah,
Time for more.
very well. We're giving you all this money and we're going to keep buying. So every now and again, you got to pay some taxes on it. Sell. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It's pushing that 358 level right now.
Yeah, see that.
It actually, the morning was not good if you were looking for high a day breaks, but the afternoon it seemed pretty good if you came in about 12:30ish after the market did that other bounce, that second or third bounce it looks like. And everything got rolling because I came back, I looked. BA had another good one around that time. Facebook did. Microsoft. Microsoft. $0.45 to go on the SPY.
Yeah, Dan. Apple did sort of steady out, right? Like it said, after the excitement of the early morning, it just sort of said, "All right, I'm just going to hang around here for a while. 130 is comfortable. Give me a second. Give me the
Yeah.
rest of the day to catch my breath. We'll see what it gets up to tomorrow."
I think there'll be some. I think it'll sell off for a little bit more, possibly, before it starts. Just with everybody that bought before the split, taking some profits here.
Right.
maybe that was what today is, especially when it was up, what, almost near 130. What was its high today?
What do you mean, Kevin, to keep one montage as default? Here we go. Come on, Microsoft. This time, do it for me.
I was wondering if you're going to take that.
Yeah, I got in this time at 232.24. I'm going to take... It's hesitating here for... Let me just give it a second. Yeah, I'm going to take a partial here just in case. 232.05 was that partial?
See if it can lose that 50 moving average.
Yeah, it seems to be what it's stuck on. So that's why I said I won't make the same mistake as last time. I'll partial there just so I get something. Covered my commissions on the two
There
trades.
you
Here we
go.
go. All right. Or not? Yes, no. Should have got a partial down there.
Yeah.
Wasn't fast enough on the button to take a partial at the bottom of that candle. Waiting to see what it would do, and then it pulled back up by like 15 cents. Stop is now break even.
SPY's pushing up.
Well, you know, it's got the magic 8 ball said, so it has no choice now. Hoping to get in a good short here in Microsoft before it did that. Microsoft hasn't really been following the market, so. Yeah, I know, Microsoft chart is ugly, but I have to trade, no whammies, either Microsoft or AMD into the close, and AMD's even uglier.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to trade AMD right now. Up, down, sideways.
Tradition. My daughter, my youngest, was in a production of Fiddler on the Roof years ago. We sing that song all the time. Anybody know that from Fiddler on the Roof? Anyways.
Here we go. Magic 8 Ball's got 17 cents to go.
Come on, I'm out. I'm out of Microsoft, so I just got one partial, and then out of it.
$0.17 to go on the SPY.
You can go higher now, Microsoft. I give you leave. I'm out of the trade again. Off you go. Help propel the SPY higher. And the Qs are about to break their high level here for the day. They opened higher than this, but they haven't been there since the open. There we go, 10 cents.
$0.09. Oh.
What did the magic 8 ball say? You can rely on it?
You can rely on it.
You can rely on it. So not completely definitive, but I could have relied on it. Microsoft isn't moving, interestingly.
It's a good 17 cents.
Apple's pushing up, though. Court. Jared, you're jumping in late into the court action here, eh? Tried to catch caught the falling knife.
Court. Where did Court come from? Benzinga?
Yeah, had some news, yeah. Chris was trading the heck out of it. He exhausted himself trading.
I saw Chris's Christmas tree decorations.
Yes. Yes, yeah.
Those were nice.
He made a mess of it, but it was a profitable mess. So.
The multi-strategy scanner for Court. Nice.
He laughed all the way to the bank. He said, hard to say anything against it.
Yeah.
It may have looked ugly, but it got the job done. So, of course, don't look at your commissions. Could be horrendous at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Hopefully, you made more than you paid in commissions. Well, here you go, Jared.
Oh yeah, he's long at 19. Looking at court, 1905.
AMD is dropping here.
Wow. Just looking at AMD with the 9-0 on there. Give it a couple more weeks,
Yeah.
AMD will be into my range above 100.
It seems weird for AMD to be a $100 stock, but
What was it, a year and a half ago? It was 16 something.
yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago. I know it was certainly because I remember trading it the first time. It crossed, like I can't remember. I don't remember now the $14 barrier or the $17 barrier, something like that. Anyways, I was so excited. I was in it for the all-time high. Should have just left the shares there.
Now it's at 90 bucks. Wow.
SPY is flirting with this 358.50.
It's having trouble getting over the 41 mark.
Oh, there it goes.
Yep, finally got it.
Just over. It's being a tease. Come on.
Being there, come on. It wants to. I know it does. Yep. $0.03, 2 cents. Yeah, it's gonna hit that 350.
There we go. 1 cent.
There it is.
50. There. 51. There's a print at 51. The magic 8 ball. Once again, all
Again,
hail the
the
magic 8
8
ball.
ball.
We shall not doubt the power of the 8 ball.
Now, with that being said, we'll pull up earnings today. Maybe. Here we go. Maybe you could talk about CLDR and CrowdStrike. Actually, might be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Crowd was on the list for this morning as we were taking a look at it to see what happened, knowing that earnings were coming. Didn't really have a great day. I didn't find a trade in it myself. But yeah, I think the expectations are going to be very high. As we know, Zoom had some fantastic results. As such, Crowd and a number of other of these COVID sort of related stocks are expected to perform well. So I think if they don't have some blowout numbers, we might see the stocks start to do some funny things. Either way, could be a great trade for tomorrow. So.
Yep. And then tomorrow for the morning, we have Campbell's Soup and CIEN, Sienna Corporation. That one typically pops up on our scanners. So.
Yeah, we'll see. It doesn't trade that well, but.
No.
Did you hang on there, Jared? It came right back within a penny of your entry, but now it's up 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents. It's moving.
Yep, it's starting to move up nicely.
Oh, excuse me.
Man, SPY gonna hit 359. Just,
I didn't want to be too aggressive and ask the Magic 8 Ball about 359, but maybe I should have.
there was everything settling. Saw the big jerk in the stocks across the board. Yeah, I might get a little sell-off here.
What do you call a big jerk?
While we do that, we'll pull up the member trade of the day. Or maybe I should call it the member pre-market trade of the day. So goes out to D Miles today for his trade on Apple in the pre-market prior to 7 o'clock. I've noticed when I get in the room, we have a few traders now that are trading some volume at that 7 o'clock mark. So he took it there at 7 and then partialed 3 times, or partialed twice, and then got all out before the opening, which in hindsight turned out to be a very good move as Apple clearly lost the 136 level and ended up down in the 130s. So excellent trade. I know that's not just a random pattern because I hear you guys or see you guys talking about that trade in the chat room when you all are discussing the morning trades bright and early. So good job on that trade. With that being said, you'll be entered into the member trade of the week giveaway. So there was some slight adjustments that we made to it yesterday, but the giveaway is a weekly iPhone 11 Pro. But you will end up having to complete a trade book plus a replayed video of your trade, as well as taking a picture of your trading station to include with that. So if you'd like to be entered into it, mark up and post your best trade for the day on Twitter. Tag at Bearable Traders, at MikeB_BBT, and at NormBBT. Use the hashtag BBT family, day trading, and stock market. The winner will be announced in the closing bell show here every day around 3:50 Eastern Standard Time, not West Coast 12:50 time. And then we'll share your trade book and the recap. And if you we select it by 1:30 p.m. Eastern, but if you have a trade that goes past that date, still post it there because I do look at later trades in the day for the trade of the day for the following. And then if Peter, do you want to take the announcements?
Sure. Let's talk about some of our webinars. So we've got 2 exciting ones coming up. I think they're exciting anyways. So tonight in just over an hour from now, so at 5 o'clock, so it's an early start, Eamon is going to be talking about his extreme reversal strategy. And this happens to be a great day in timing for it because today was a day all about extreme reversals. So if you want to know how to identify them and how to take them with a high probability of success, attend Eamon's webinar. He's been trading these for a couple of months now and been doing extremely well at it. So I'm looking forward to that. I will certainly be there at 5 o'clock Eastern, again, just over an hour from now. That'll be in our webinars room. And then next week, back at our regular time at 8 p.m., I'll be leading the webinar, and we'll talk about how to trade IPOs. I've had a lot of questions about how do you trade an IPO? How should you approach it? I've got some rules that I've put together for my IPO trading. I'll talk about the different types of IPOs, what they look like, how you can trade them both right as they're released, and what to look for to help increase your probability of success. Or if that doesn't pan out, we'll talk about what you can do as a secondary step for IPO trading. So that will be next week, Wednesday, September the 9th at our normal time of 8 p.m. And then you want to do the psych ones, Mike, or you want me to?
We had Dr. Kenneth Reed came in and talked about his introduction to trader personality, which was very insightful in how he he's a trading psychologist. He's also a trader. And it was interesting listening to him talk about how he needs to improve his warrior personality by flexing his muscle, holding on to trades longer. And he began talking about an ES trade that he was in. And then as we were in the question and answer, he all of a sudden went, wait, just a sec, I got to get out of my trade in ES because it actually had hit the profit target that he was talking about. So it's good to get that perspective from him. And he's developed these strategies, but these personalities over the course of his career as a trader and trading psychologist. And he does have a trader profile that if you want, you can go and fill out, and it'll give you what your trader profile is. And then next week at 5 p.m. Eastern as well, so there's a little time shift there, Kreda is coming back to talk about facing your deepest fears and insecurities and how facing it is going to be able to help you improve your consistency in trading. So I'm looking forward to that. She does an excellent job of giving you how-to and practical methods for improving in that area. And then for everybody out on YouTube, if you're interested in joining Bear Bull Traders, you can use the code PREMARKET24, Closing Bell Show 24 to access our boarding class as well as our chat room and give us a try for a week. And if you're in the chat room or out on YouTube and you want to purchase a lifetime membership, there is a code for LABOR35 for the one-time purchase. And with that, we will get back to our close here in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, and as I've been posting, I did take Microsoft short again for a third time. And we'll see if this time it's able to break that moving average. But I'm just sort of playing the range here, really. I'm trying to go short at the top of the range and then take my partials at the bottom of the range. And then if it comes up and stops me out, then, I mean, that's okay, I guess. But if it does break, I'll get my opportunity. So first time I failed to take a partial at the bottom of the range. I didn't really realize it as a range, I guess, at that point. So I got stopped at break even. Second one, I got a partial and a stop out. This time, let's see what happens. We're down below that moving average here. So I'm not going to make the same mistake. Where am I?
Down at that.
Take another partial. Take another partial here.
That range, see if it wants to lose it.
Yeah, I get as good of a fill as I hoped. 95. But... all right. Come on, Microsoft. This time. 231.80 would be the next place I would take a partial, if at all.
Yeah, right at that 200 moving average coming up.
What? Tinfoil line? Really? Wait a second. Is it? No.
What is? What line are you looking at?
I'm saying the tinfoil line. Art is saying the tinfoil line is at 231. Not today's, Art. That must be another day, because today's tinfoil line is at 229.20 with the low at 228.26.
I think that was yesterday's, because yesterday it really blew past the all-time high yesterday in the pre-market.
Okay. Could be. Could be. Let's go. There we go. We got below 90, 80, 78, taking a partial. Awesome. Okay, we hit my next marker, which was that 200 moving average. Actually, we just blew through it. Let's see if we can get more. SPY is weakening a little bit.
Yep, rolling over. Got 30 seconds till the close.
Oh, thank you.
SPY looks like it wants to close above 358. Hit that moving average and kind of bounced up.
I see that, Art. Yeah, that was the high at this morning. Okay, good to know. Oh, look at that partial on Microsoft. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, perfect timing
Where did I
right before.
Yeah, I filled. Okay, look at that. 231.47. Actually, that's pretty awesome.
It's a pretty
Okay.
good fill right there.
I
There you
took the
go.
partial and I looked up and I'm like, I only have 4 seconds left. Oh, geez, what am I doing? Get through. Why did I partial? I should have just taken it all off. But it's good. I actually got a better fill on the last few shares. So, okay.
Nice.
I like that. I like it when that happens.
Pull up crowd because I think crowd's going to be probably the better of the two. But we'll
Where did
have
Court?
see.
Oh, Court! Look at that.
Court made a
Court
nice
went
move
up
for
above 20. Yeah, it's a better move than what I was doing. Nice.
See.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Graveyard. Graveyard. I don't think you've posted before. All right, what do we got for earnings? Crowd. I'm going to keep an eye on Crowd. I've got it here on
Five
the
below,
screen.
ticker FIVE, Q2 earnings out, 53 cents.
And there was something that was reporting, Five Below. Only once, I think, has Five Below ever really moved that I've watched it. But
Yeah.
that's about it. Yeah, see, even Five Below is only 400 million in revenue. Smaller company. Although CrowdStrike's only half that.
Let's see. 5 will pull. Ooh, look at 5. As we say that, there it goes, popping up to 126.
Oh, yeah.
So 5 beat earnings per share by 2 cents, and sales beat by 21 million. And they expect to open up 110 to 120 new stores in 2020. I'm assuming that is stores that have been closed.
Yeah.
But net new stores.
Okay, wow. Crowd still hasn't done anything, so I assume we're still waiting on numbers there.
Still waiting on crowd.
Five made that move on pretty low volume, only 20,000 shares. So Crowd, look at how the volume ramped up on Crowd up until the close. Last minute had 150,000 shares, and then the next minute had 5 as soon as the markets closed. So 150,000 shares and the price didn't move at all. 5,000 shares and it moved $4. So
That crowd's starting to move up. Still haven't heard anything on them, but
no, I haven't seen it yet.
up to 147.
Today it is.
How did crowd trade today? Did you watch it at all?
Only earlier this morning, and I really didn't like the way it was moving, so I don't know about the rest of the day, to be honest, but this morning it didn't give me anything
I wasn't a big fan of the spread in the pre-market.
There was a lot of stuff that we could have watched this morning, so I found it hard to, decide what to pick.
So market on close, Benzinga posted seeing a 1 billion plus to the sell side on imbalance. Ooh, big
Rocket
drop on
Company's
crowd.
earnings are out. Ticker RKT. Press release now available.
Wow, RKT came out, even though they weren't supposed to report till 6:20.
Yeah.
Yeah, Benzinga
Rocket
just called
Company's
them.
giving adjusted EBITDA figure here,
Missed the numbers, or
3.837
what's
billion.
going on? Somebody got unhappy with them.
Reporting
A
net
little more
income
volume
of
in here.
3.46 billion. Ticker RKT.
Yeah, thanks, Tony.
Wow, I had a pretty low volume day.
Looking
today.
for a earnings per share figure in that Rocket Company's report. Not seeing it. Total sales for Rocket Companies coming in at 5.037 billion. Analysts had an estimate of 3.75 billion for Rocket Companies. Ticker
Pretty low
RKT.
volumes.
Rocket Companies giving a little guidance here. Q3 net rate lock volume 93 billion and 98 billion, and closed loan volume between 82 and 85 billion. Rocket Companies saying expecting
Got many
Q3
shares.
gain on sales margins 4.05 to 4.3%. That earnings and guidance out of
That's what happens when you
RKT.
get bigger moves. You don't have to take as many shares.
So Rocket had 5.4 billion. It seems like they had some pretty good earnings. They don't have anything out on earnings per share yet, but
CrowdStrike ticker CRWD, and Q2 beat here. Earnings per share 3 cents on sales of 198.97 million. Analysts had been looking for a loss of 1 cent per share on sales 188.5 million. That was ticker CrowdStrike, ticker CRWD. Shares of CrowdStrike moving higher here. And also on Rocket Company's ticker RKT, shares ticking slightly higher here following earnings.
so Crowd beat estimates for earnings per share and sales, but did not blow them out. Beat by 4 cents on earnings per share, and it looks like about 10 million on their sales.
Okay, see what did I tell you? I think the expectations were pretty high, so that if they didn't blow them out, that this is what we're seeing. So you're seeing the uncertainty, right? As the stock is not sure. Does it go up? Does it go down? Is that good?
CrowdStrike ticker CRWD also giving some guidance. Q3 earnings a loss of 1 cent to break even. Analysts had been expecting a loss of 5 cents per share. Sales for CrowdStrike's Q3 210.6 million to 215 million. Analysts were down at around 196 million. Better than expected earnings. Guidance out of CrowdStrike for Q3. Fiscal year 21 guidance, earnings of 2 to 8 cents per share. Analysts were expecting a loss of 4 cents per share for the company's fiscal year 20. Sales also better than expected on the fiscal year 21 guidance, 809 to 827 million, or about there. Analysts expecting 772 out of CrowdStrike's fiscal year 21 ticker CRWD.
So positive guidance for Crowd if you're not listening to Benzinga. But the stock still is just kind of hanging out there.
PagerDuty ticker PD reporting earnings here. Q2 earnings, Q2 loss of 4 cents per share, beating the 7 cent per share loss estimate. Sales coming in line at 50.7 million.
Okay.
Rocket and Crowd not doing
Andrew's,
much.
PagerDuty, however,
Andrew's mailer, and he was
with
talking about the
some
same
what
thing. How
appears to be worse than
Tesla's
expected guidance,
shown the
expecting
same
Q3 loss
relative
of 11
growth
to 10
profile
cents
as
per
the
share. Analysts were at
Venezuelan
9 cents per share.
markets.
Sales coming in
I'm not
at
sure exactly.
for
I don't quite
Q3 guidance,
understand that
52 million
correlation,
to
but
53 million.
it's amusing.
That
anyways.
was in line with the analyst estimate. Fiscal year 21 earnings per share, a loss of 30 to 27 cents. That's in line. And sales 206 to 211 million. for PagerDuty. That one's right in the middle of the analyst estimate also, ticker PD.
CLDR selling off. Not a huge mover, but I think crowd's going to be hanging out kind of in the center until people read through the earnings report and figure out what they want to do with it. Good question, Reagan.
MongoDB, ticker MDB, reporting a Q2 beat, loss of 22 cents per share, beating the
We
analyst
are
estimate
in the
of a 39-cent per share loss. Sales.
go back to school phase is what we're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, yeah, it's such a unprecedented type of scenario, isn't it? So
Yeah. You have some kids on at home, you have some that are blended, you have some that are all online. It's a very unique situation. So, with that being said, we'll say goodbye to our friends out on YouTube. Thank you for joining.